guys, this is week 28, and we're talking about getting out of our comfort zone.
What we mean by getting outside your comfort zone is doing things that make you uncomfortable. Things that scare you, things that you're afraid to do, that makes you nervous, make you to the point where you just say walk away, and it's just easier to do this one thing or to not do anything at all.
What we've realized is this next year will be about constantly getting out of our comfort zone, of facing those fears, of doing things that we are uncomfortable. Because the reality is, on the other side of our comfort zone is where we're growing the most.
A prime example is, I would never call a radio show. And a few weeks ago, I was listening to the radio and there was someone talking about traveling in a backpack and minimalist travel. And I thought, hey, I know a lot about this. I have an opinion that I want to share. So I sat in my car for about 5 minutes thinking about, I should call, maybe I shouldn't call. I was nervous. I didn't really want to do it. And I finally decided, what the hell, I'll just call anyway. So I call in, share my bit, probably took a few minutes. And then a week later, we got to go into a podcast. And then we got asked to go on a live radio show on the same day. So great and exciting, fun things for us. And the only reason why is because I stepped outside of my comfort zone.
So we thought this was a good opportunity to share a little bit about that podcast, to give you guys an idea of what we talked about. Because a lot of it was about getting outside of your comfort zone, how we've been doing that in the past year, and how we will continue to do that when we are traveling. So check out these fun clips.
Talk dirty to me.
The Quick and the Dirty with Hillary and Sandra.
You're kidding me. Here are things that I have put in my mouth. Oh my God, Hillary.
It's what everyone is talking about.
Please welcome to the Quick and the Dirty podcast, Michael and Christina.
Hello.
Hey. Thank you so much.
Does your family worry that you're not doing the traditional thing? Like, you're making your money, you're going to spend it, you're not going to have a lot in the way of savings for future, like houses and weddings and things like that.
Babies, whatever, who knows?
That's the tripod right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Houses, babies, and marriage.
Right. But it's not for you.
Not for us.
No.
And potentially it will be down the road. We both have a ton of siblings, and all of them are living a relatively traditional lifestyle, and we absolutely love them. And they're leading the life that they were meant to lead, and they have come to know us and know us together as a couple, and know that Michael and Christina are not going to be living in Ottawa, living in Montreal, having a house, 2 kids, living very traditional lives. They understand that we absolutely want to explore this world and explore the communities around this world, and they know that is who we have become.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding also of vagabonding is that it's all about the ability to say yes to almost every experience.
Exactly.
So whereas I would go to a bar and I'd meet some people and they'd say, hey, come back to my house and meet my family, I'd go, no, what are you, crazy?
Yeah.
You guys would say yeah, because that's the whole experience of vagabonding, is not knowing what's next and meeting new people and being open to every new possible opportunity.
Yeah.
So is that the concept of your life now?
Yeah, I think that's the advantage of doing it now that we are kind of in our 30s. We're not naive, right? We have that intuition to know what situation, which people might be a little bit more sketchy or have ulterior motives. What we've learned is that there are so many incredible people in this world, and it's placing trust in them. And it's knowing that if you are able to put yourself a little bit outside of your comfort zone, connect with people, and go into their homes, meet their communities. There's some pretty incredible stories that are able to emerge from that.
Where do you guys see yourself in 5 years? Where, you must, I think about my life, and I know, Hillary, you must too, where you have sort of a life plan. Yeah, you have a life plan. And I know you want to kind of travel and it's open-ended, all that stuff, but you must have a plan, something in your brain, even if it's, kind of fuzzy right now. What are you thinking?
You're not going to like my answer.
I already don't.
It's funny because I asked this question to a lot of people. So
I cannot think that far in advance. I typically only plan about a year in advance, maybe 2 maximum, because so many things can change in 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, that, you plan all this stuff, but then all of a sudden, 2 years later, none of that stuff happens. And sure, you can reflect back on it and, it all worked out. But to me, the planning and everything, it's like, I like to just go about it, see what happens, what opportunities come my way, and I like that unknown. I like to be able to, what's the expression, play at the seat of your pants or something like that?
Fly by the seat of your pants.
Fly at the seat of your pants.
I just love that feeling. And the next year we're very excited for. And we actually did plan the whole 12 months initially. And we had all our itinerary set up and where we're going to go, the countries.
We had a spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet. Like Christina.
We're those kind of people.
Christina loves her Excel.
Love it.
But once it was all said and done, it took away the opportunities for things to do. And we were presented an opportunity from a couple that lives in Bali, Indonesia. And they offered to have to host us for 3 weeks, or approximately 3 weeks, in their guest house. And they said, you know what, we're digital nomads as well. We've been living here for the last 2 years. We love your story, and we know how difficult it is to get out of that 9-to-5 grind, the rat race, and we'd love to host you guys and to meet you and kind of, get you guys off on your feet type of thing. So we're like, well, so much for our itinerary. I think we're going to go to Indonesia.
And that's where we kind of tossed it away. And I'm the kind of gal who used to have a 1-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, and a 10-year plan. And that's where, since meeting Michael, I've been able to toss that and really say, okay, let's live day to day. And we are both master's educated. We have enough foresight to understand, where we want to be within the next year, but it's not limiting ourselves. It's not putting ourselves within boundaries of saying, I want to do this. I want to buy a house by this age, kids by this age, marriage by this age. It's really being able to live life to the fullest every day possible. And that's where, being able to practice mindfulness and reflection is really key for us when we travel and in our personal lives.
So yeah, it's an online website community. It's kind of like Facebook or anything. You essentially set up a profile.
Airbnb.
Yeah, it's like an Airbnb, but for free. Okay.
Well, that's a great Airbnb.
Absolutely.
So, but the thing is the expectations are different. Okay, because it's free. I mean, it's not necessarily sleeping on a couch. You could end up having, a private bedroom. You could have a floor space. That could go on two ends of the spectrum. The idea is that if you are in a bind and you're traveling and you'd like a place to come to, be with a local person, do some local things, find local cuisine, then that opportunity is there. It is definitely a step outside of the comfort zone, and it's a bit of an unknown. But honestly, what we find is that things on the other side of your comfort zone are the best. And that's why we delved into this community, and we've loved it ever since. We'll admit we were nervous at the start, but now that we've got into it, we've made so many friends over the last 2 months worldwide. And it's like, I can't believe we didn't do this sooner.
Thanks so much for watching our vlog this week. And for the heck of it, we actually want to challenge you guys, challenge our friends, our family, whoever watches this vlog, to do one thing this week that puts you outside of your comfort zone, something that you've been a little freaked out to do for some time, and that you will essentially face that fear and go outside of that comfort zone, because on the other side of your comfort zone is growth.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Back off.
Okay, stand up straight.
What the hell? What the hell? You're burning right in my eye. A little bit more awake now.
Okay.
Although I feel like that lawnmower is really loud.
Fucking lawnmower.